Let's turn it over to Gloria.
Well, I just wanted to thank everybody for coming here today. It's nice to be here. In fact, it's nice to be anywhere. And, nobody wanted to be here more than Lee. He fought as hard as he could to be here, and unfortunately, he's just too weak. Last Monday, he decided he didn't want to go to work anymore. Dialysis has been his job for the last 3.5 years, and his last dialysis treatment was a week ago Friday. I'm sorry to say he won't last much longer without dialysis. Good gracious, what a roller coaster ride we've been on in the past few months. At the end of January, Lee scared the shellac out of me when he fell and broke his nose. When Lee was discharged from the hospital at the end of January, his doctors thought he would only live a couple of weeks, and his nurses told me he would be bedridden. They obviously didn't know the crawdad man. When he came home from the hospital, he got stronger, and holy cow, to my surprise, he was walking around the house and giving me orders up until about a week ago. Lee fell again recently, and I'm pretty sure I heard him say, "I think I hurt myself." Happiness can be found only, even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light. That's a quote from one of the Harry Potter books that's been on our refrigerator for the past couple of years, as a constant reminder to enjoy life, even while we're facing the challenges that Lee has had to go through. It's a quote that sums up the way that Lee has approached his life. He was always looking for ways to turn on the light everywhere he went, whether he was at a square dance, at home, at Stater Brothers, or at the dialysis ward of the hospital. He was always looking for ways to make people smile. The outpouring of love from our square dancing family has been amazing. I want to thank all of you for being here today. And I want to extend a special thanks to Bob and Bat Jones, to Bob, Pam, and Betty for their love and support, and for all of you who came by to visit him, who sent him cards, or who called him during the past few years. Because when we were struggling to turn on the light in our world, you turned it on for us. For that, we will be forever grateful. You are incredible, fantastic, and bodacious. If Lee could see you today, I'm sure he'd say he can't believe what he's seeing, or that he's never seen it done that way before. But then, who cares? And I know he would encourage you to do what you want. Swing the one with the wig on, or swing Dolly, or swing old Lucky Lips every chance you get. But most importantly, the Crawdad Man would tell you to have fun always. Don't forget to kiss a rose. And someday he hopes to see you around like a donut. Now I've got to get out of here because these boots are killing me. Thank you so much for coming today.
Lee started calling in the late 50s, early 60s, and square dancing has changed a considerable amount since then. But what we're going to do after the next tip is Ron Black's going to come up here and spend about 4 minutes and do some of the traditional calls, show you some of the traditional calls that were done back in those days. Everybody can get up and learn the stuff that Lee did when he first started calling. Okay? So we'll do that in just a little bit. Not the next tip, but after that. Okay? All right. We need 2 couples in the back, please. 2 more couples in the back. We know that there are going to be people coming in and out all day, but first off, we want to thank everybody who is here for showing up today. We appreciate you being here. This is all about Lee. So let's start off doing the Pledge of Allegiance, shall we? Flags over here. And get our organs. Give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. Well, there ain't no pill gonna cure my ill. I got a bad case of loving you. Well, heads from an egg, take it halfway, no.
the boy will run. You Ferris wheel, walk on down the road you do. You pass through, start through, pass through. You chase her right, you swing and promenade. When you ain't no bill, gonna give my heel. I got it, that case of loving you.
His promenade halfway around the ring. Square through four hands and go well, ball hanging around. Touch one quarter on the outside, scoot back, go boom. Boy, man, a girl, and then you saw her through. Pass through and trade by swinging in a girl and he promenade. There ain't no bill gonna cure my heel. I got it. That case of bill gonna cure my heel. I got it. That case of loving you. Let's have the science promenade.
Here's that.
He did not say halfway.
30, right corner.
Head square through four. Go heads. Touch a quarter, scoot back and then swinging at a girl and you promenade the land. Well, there ain't no pill gonna cure my heel. I got it. That case, you circle left. Well, doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got it. That case of loving you. Let's have the men start with the right in the middle and you roll it, go it. Out of in the corner of the hall and you weave that old ring. Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got that case of loving you. There ain't no pill gonna cure my heel. I got that case of loving you. Good starting out there, guys.
Got a deal, let's make a plan. Who's your daddy? Who's your baby? Who's your buddy? Who's your man? Come on the heads promenade, you travel halfway around. Walk in and square through, go forward now. Go all the way and then right and left through. Veer to the left and couple circulate. Half time, scoot back and then swing that corner, girl, and promenade. Who's your daddy? Who's your baby? Who's your buddy? Who's your baby? Come, who's your buddy? Who's your man? Four ladies chain across. Four ladies chain back home. Out of that left your corner and weave the ring. I got the money. Who's your daddy? Who's your baby? Who's your buddy? Who's your man? Side who's your daddy? Who's your baby? Who's your buddy? Who's your man? Come on, the four boys promenade inside of that ring. Get back home, swing your girl. Join your hands, circle to the left or right you go. Out of that left that corner and you weave around that ring. I got the money, you got the honey. Let's cut a deal, let's make a plan. Who's your daddy? Who's your baby? Who's your buddy? Who's your man? Out of that left, come back and swing. Who's your baby? Who's your buddy? Who's your man?
Sweet. Do a double pass all the way through and track two. Swing through. AC/DC, walk right in and around left grand. Right and left around. Hand over hand, meet the girl in a promenade home. Side pair square through two. And right on it through. Swing through 2 by 2. Run right around this girl and bend that line to the middle chase right, chase right, right there. Boys, hand on a girl, looking at us. Join up hands in a circle, left to go around that ring. Doing all of that left to pass through, wheel and deal. Centers, go right and left through. Like veer to the left and veer to the right. Swing through with the outside too, right there. Boys run right to a half and tag your line. Skip back. Swing through. Boys run to the right. No, wait. Centers train.
Bend the line, roll forward, up and back. Touch 1/4. All 8 circulate boys run right in the corner swing. Swing this lady promenade the ring. And we'll go to sea together with the rocking out of the water. She's gonna sail away with me. Edge promenade, 3/4 round. Side couples to the right, left through. Pass through, swing through. Boys you like, bend the line, roll forward, up and back. Touch 1/4. All 8 circulate boys, run right in the corner, swing. Swing this lady from the name the ring.
Easter was last week. The hand
Go to sea together with a rocking out of the water. Rocking in the water. She's gonna sail away with me. Side promenade, 3/4 round. Edge couples to the right, left. Pass through, swing through. Boys you run. Bend the line, roll forward, up and back. Touch 1/4. All 8 circulate boys run right.
A long time as Kerry Masters. And I think everybody in this room knows the gentleman to my left here. He's been calling a long time, and he's a good friend, and I'm glad he's here. And it's going to be hard to call me the microphone when I walk off stage with it. Isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ken Bauer.
Thank you. Okay, mic 2, you. All right, babe. How's this?
1,
Test.
2, 3, 4.
How's that?
1, 2, 3, 4.
You got it.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Phil. I thought you were going to stay, and it's just nice to be standing next to somebody that looks good.
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right, join hands, kind of stretch out, make your square great big. Come back in, make your square normal. Very good. You know, I'd like to say a couple things before we start. Also, I've worked with Carrie several times, and it seems like every time we work together, it's a benefit dance. She makes every benefit dance she has for years, and that's quite a feat. You know, that's asking a lot, but she's always been there. She's also an ordained minister. It's really very nice.
Yes.
So it's very nice to be on the stage with you.
Thank you, and nice to be on the stage with you, Ken.
I picked out a couple songs that we just recorded, but you'll catch on real quick.
Okay,
Yeah. Are you ready? Carrie.
Four ladies promenade, go inside the ring now. Gotta get back home, swing that band, swing 'em upside down. Join up all your hands, circle to the left, go walking round. Alabama left to the corner, lady, weave around that ring. Well, if you got the money, honey, I got the time. Swing the lady, go round and promenade that line. Bring along your Cadillac, leave my old wreck behind. If you got the money, honey, I got the time.
Head square through, let's go. Heads in the middle, then you get 4 hands, you run. Hit the corner, do see though that lady wants around, go fun. Make an ocean wave, a swing through. Boy, you run right. Ferris wheel, come to the middle, oh yes, you're right. Then pass through and touch your corner, scoot to back her. Choo! Swing that corner, girl, and promenade my tunes. Then bring on
Your Cadillac, leave my old wreck behind. If you got the money, honey, I got the time. Swing that lady, go round and promenade in time. Bring along your Cadillac, leave my old wreck behind. If you got the money, honey, I got the time. Now, side couple square through. I know I square through 4. Beat the outside 2, do a right, I'll let you turn the girl. Now veer to the left and go Ferris wheel. Center square through 3 hands.